gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Live from Columbus, Ohio, it's Motown Downtown!
Motown Downtown, come on down to Motown Downtown.
Today's guest, MAGE Amazed.
Come on down to Motown Downtown.
My name is Tyson Bruno, and here's your host, Mo Chocolate.
Come on down to Motown Downtown.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Motown Downtown, where we are here to make sure that you have a wonderful time and the greatest time. That's right. I missed y'all, man. I miss y'all. It's been over a month since we've done a show, but now we're back and better than ever. So, with that being said, let's welcome today's very special guest, shall we? Right? Yeah? Okay, perfect. And in that case, drum roll, please. With the amazing return of Motown Downtown, I had to make sure the next guest was just as amazing. He is a content creator that will always keep you smiling and welcome you with big open arms. So boys and girls and everyone else in between, please help me in welcoming the legend himself, MAGE Amazed! What's up?
Hey Mo, good to see you and happy Friday.
Oh my god, we have the most amazing guest here, boys and girls. MAGE Amazed in the house. Let's go, as the kids say. What's up, buddy? What's up?
I'm doing pretty good, Mo. Thank you so much for asking. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I miss this, man. I miss all of this right now. It's been way too long, but now that because you don't realize how much you miss something until it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So doing this, it's just hits so hard. And by the way, MAGE, thank you. Like taking time out of your busy schedule to come here to Motown Downtown on a Friday night. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, of course, Mo. Honestly, Mo, you are such a wonderful content creator yourself. I've seen your TikToks. I've seen your stuff at Reconnect. I've seen you do your really cool streams, and yeah, you just bring wonderful vibes as well.
Aw, you see why we're besties, boys and girls? That's right there. And also, before we get started, chat, please tell me how the audio is. Am I too loud? Is my guest too loud or too low? Please let me know. Okay, so for anybody watching right now that has no idea who you are, tell us a bit about yourself.
Of course. Well, yeah, so my name, of course, is MAGE Amazed. I am what I would like to call myself the action RPG / variety streamer. I call myself variety for a reason, but I mainly focus on some of my favorite franchises ever. For example, The Legend of Zelda,
Woo!
Kingdom Hearts,
Woo!
Assassin's Creed, and Resident Evil. But this past year, I have been getting my feet wet into, what is it called? I've been getting my feet wet into Final Fantasy and Star Wars games. So
nice.
There is that.
Nice. It's all those games I'm a big fan of, so you and I are gonna get along just fine, for real. So, my first question is like, tell us your earliest memories as a gamer. Like, what got you into video games? And were you team PlayStation, Nintendo, or Sega?
3 words, Mo. Nintendo.
Nice. nice.
But yeah, I'm gonna be quite honest. As much as I would have loved to get a GameCube back in the day, my family is like, oh, but the PlayStation 2 has a DVD player, so you know what? That is certainly a justifiable reason to get the PlayStation 2 instead of the GameCube. But yeah, going back to my first days of being a gamer, I guess it basically started when my dad got Patrick and I a Game Boy Color. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, so that's my older brother. I do want to point that out. Um, Also, what is it called? What is it? Oh, so the first game that I actually got was A Bug's Life. So I'm not
Nice.
exactly sure how that happened, but I guess my brother and I were just very big fans of Disney movies growing up, and A Bug's Life was a pretty good one.
Very good.
And even though I wasn't able to see every single aspect of the video game, I still very much enjoyed it for what it was. But I think my real gaming memories were when I played Pokemon Red for the first time, as well as what's it called? Pokemon Snap and Cruisin' USA being the very first N64 games that we got.
Oh, you had me at Pokemon Red, bro. I love that game. That was hours and hours of just on that thing, killing my battery power for real. Yeah, yeah. What was like? Do you remember your team on Pokemon Red?
Oh, I really wish I did. It was actually a long time ago. But as time goes by, things just get misplaced and stuff.
Hmm.
But I will have to say, somewhere down along the road, I really enjoyed Pokemon Ruby, and I think that was the very first Pokemon game that I actually played through the entire way, all the way from the humble beginnings in Little Root Town, all the way up to the Elite Four, and be defeating the champion.
Nice.
So I would say that I think my let me see here. So my team in Pokemon Ruby was Blaziken, Manectric. I think it's Aggron, right? The evolved form of
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Aron. And let's see. I think it was Walrein as well. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, and Zatu, and the sixth one kind of escapes me at the moment, unfortunately.
It's all good. My team on Pokemon Red was Mewtwo, Charizard, Articuno, Gyarados, Raichu, and Dragonite. Those are my. I called them the RV team. The RV team. The
RV, huh?
RV team for Red version. Yeah, I was all about Pokemon back in the day. So
Ah,
so like growing up, did you have like, well, I mean, did you have like a favorite game per se?
oh, favorite game. Well, I guess it definitely have to be The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Uh,
Amazing,
favorite favorite one
amazing.
growing up. Favorite one growing up, actually. I think I take a little bit of pride in it because I think I was the first one between my brother and I to actually see the ending of that game, and it was just a phenomenal core childhood memory for me. But I'm gonna be quite honest, Mo. My all-time favorite game is definitely The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask.
Bro, we could talk for hours about Majora's Mask. For real. I mean, I wish it'd be nice if Nintendo were to take the 3DS remake and bring them to the Switch. Just saying, people would love that.
Oh, that would be so cool. I played a little bit of the 3DS version of Majora's Mask because I was at a friend's party and maybe there was like this one kid and I wanted to kind of take a look for myself. It was pretty cool, but unfortunately I wasn't able to play that the whole way through. But I do have wonderful memories of that game.
Okay, okay. So my next question is just how did you get into content creation per se? Like what inspired you and what was the big like driving force you? Were you just like I want to do this now? Like what paved the way for content creation for you?
Well, I guess you could say that my start. It's not necessarily my start in content creation, but I do remember back in high school when I would make like some video projects, not just for my friends, but also for like class assignments. And
Nice.
I kind of figure out what I'm going to be doing after I get my high school degree, and yeah, how I'm actually going to make it to that stage of the game. But I think my first foray into content creation is it's actually on a separate channel. I don't really want to just tell everybody what it is, but basically it was me like just dancing around because there was like this one contest that this other content creator at the time did, and I just like incorporated a whole bunch of these weird dances. So I did the nod head thing at the from Night at the Roxbury. I also this is going to be a very obscure reference, but I got it from a trailer because the thing is, there's this one part in the Monster House trailer where there's this one chick who's just like moshing around in the room to like rock music. So I just incorporated that, and it was so weird. But I think when it comes to gaming content, I remember, I have followed quite a few other content creators at the time who were just big fans of Nintendo. I also followed a few bigger companies that reviewed all these games, and you feel like, you know what, I could go ahead and do that. I want to give the world my opinion as to what I think about these games, and I also want to share my love for gaming in general.
That is quite the story, man. Thank you. I like that. So, okay, you start your content creation journey. So, what is the story behind your username? Every content creator has a interesting story behind their online alias. So, what is yours like? What's the story behind Mage Amaze? Let us know.
Well, indeed, everybody has a story behind their username.
Yeah.
So actually, before this, I went through quite a few usernames until I realized, you know what, Mage Maze, that is definitely the one that I want to go through for, want to stick with for a whole lot longer. So actually, my first username before this was actually Mage of Ancients, and
Wow.
so it actually was stemmed from my love for Yu-Gi-Oh, believe it or not.
Nice.
So it was actually a mashup. It basically stems from the first two Yu-Gi-Oh decks that I ever built. Even though they were not competitive, I still very much enjoyed them, building them. It was from building a Dark Magician deck as well as a Ancient Gear deck. And as time went by, I understand that people kind of realized that Mage of Ancients actually kind of sounds similar to the other monster card that's actually Blue Eyes White Dragon support. And it's called the White Stone of Ancients. And you know, I realized I'm not like this big, super powerful being. So I figured, you know what? I think it's time for an update to change my username to something that's a bit more modern and more hip. So that's why I decided to go with Mage Amazed.
I like
And
that. I like that. I like that. That's the first. I would have never guessed that was wow. I like that. I mean, so are you still a pretty big Yu-Gi-Oh fan?
I would say so, but unfortunately, uh, let's just say that there are a few points in Yu-Gi-Oh where you know what, I realized that maybe this is a bit too much for me, and I can't possibly keep up with everything because the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game just changes so quickly. There's always new cards coming out. There's always a new trading card game meta, and there was actually just one point where maybe I could do competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, but then over time I realized it's a whole lot to keep up with. So
Okay.
I'm actually in the process of like keeping maybe like a few Yu-Gi-Oh decks just for the nostalgia, and just move on and become the gaming content creator that I've always been.
So speaking of content creation, so you start doing like YouTube videos and stuff. What inspired you to start streaming on Twitch? Was there someone that you watched that you wanted to give that a try? And like, well, what is like your when you first went live? What equipment did you use, and what games did you stream? All that jazz.
Oh man, I'm gonna be quite honest. My first foray into streaming was not an easy one. I'll tell you that. Well, actually, I think the first time that I ever got inspired by Twitch was actually from this other content. Am I allowed to say their name in the
Yeah, yeah,
chat?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, one of the first ever Twitch streamers that I actually watched was her name is Ouija Boo. So
Ouija
that's
Boo.
I think that's three O's and
Okay.
not two.
Well,
So
we
yeah,
would gladly give her a shout out if we knew how to spell her name.
if anything, I'm gonna go ahead and type it into the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah. If any of the mods could shout her out, please and thank you. That's her pronouns, right? Just making sure.
Yeah, her pronouns are the Ouija Boo's pronouns are she they.
Perfect. Gotcha.
So yeah, I just feel like what, she's really good at what she does, and she just has a lot of passion for what she does. Actually, back in the day, she used to stream a whole lot of Splatoon, and as time went by, I realized, I think she's a whole lot more into horror. So actually, she's in the middle of playing a whole lot of Silent Hill for the first time. So
Nice.
that's really cool. And you know, I think content creators like that just to kind of inspire me. Even though we all have differences, that we all have different tastes in gaming. I just think that it's important that we just stay true to ourselves. So
Facts.
as
Facts.
as time as time goes by, I just kind of jumped on the bandwagon, to be honest. And the first time that I started streaming, it was not easy. So I actually started with a Dell Inspiron 2-in-1 laptop,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a monitor just connected with an HDMI cable. And it wasn't until too late that I realized, you know what, I really need to have a computer that's much more powerful.
Yeah.
And apparently, the Dell Inspiron is just not fit for that kind of thing. I mean, I was able to stream a few games, maybe like at a decent quality. So I was able to stream Bayonetta. I was able to stream Fortnite, even though it was at the very low quality
The
setting,
bare minimum.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah, we just learn these things as we go along. And now I actually have a cyber power PC, and it's
Nice.
much better than the laptop that I have.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it's funny because we all start off somewhere, you know? It's like when I first started streaming compared to now, massive upgrade. Massive, yeah. So my next question is regarding Twitch streams, what would you say is the one game that gave you the best streaming experience and the one game that gave you the absolute worst streaming experience?
Oh wow! I'm gonna have to say, it's very difficult to pick because, for one thing, this past year, okay, so actually back in fall 2023, I believe.
Yeah?
That's last year. I actually played through the entirety of Final Fantasy X for the first time, and I was finally able
Nice.
to see that ending that a lot of people are just raving about, and I can I can imagine where they're coming from. I'm pretty sure they're big Final Fantasy fans themselves, but to experience that game for the first time, um, yourself is definitely a moment that I remember.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I actually did. My brother and I actually did play through Final Fantasy X earlier, back when we were kids. Unfortunately, I got all the way to. I'm gonna go ahead and say the final boss, but unfortunately, I was never able to finish it, so I was never able
Okay.
to see the ending. And the other really big gaming moment of this past year was playing through Final Fantasy VII for the first time, the OG.
Nice,
And
nice, nice.
yeah, and as you can imagine, there are all these really intense moments that it just blew my mind, to be honest. And
That game was so
yeah,
good.
it blew my mind. It shocked me. I was pretty much moved, but all those dialogue boxes of text you had to scroll through. Oh man, that was a nightmare.
Did you cuz when I played OG7, I played with the cheat codes on where you can like fast forward and turn off encounters and have unlimited limit breaks and stuff.
Oh yeah, I actually have the Nintendo Switch version.
Yeah, I played on
And
PS4 and like thank God they made those cheat codes cuz I couldn't be able to handle it.
quality of life changes, baby.
For real. Yeah. So what advice, because you've been streaming for quite a while now, if what advice would you give someone that wants to start streaming on Twitch right now, like what equipment they would get, and just your general advice for people that want to start streaming on a Twitch?
Well, I guess the most important piece of advice I could give anybody who wants to get into streaming is to definitely do your research.
Yes.
Because yeah, I don't want anybody to make the same mistake that I did. You don't want to stream on an underpowered computer just like I did. And on top of all that, you want to make sure all the technical stuff is of course in place. But I think another big piece of advice I can give is to basically just be true to yourself and what you're passionate about.
Yes.
So, yeah, like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh was a kind of a dying passion for me. Even though, which is why I decided, I'm going to try and give away a little bit of my collection. Um, so yeah, I just didn't find it in me to stream a whole lot of Yu-Gi-Oh than I did back in the day. Um, but it just feels really good to get back into the experiences that you both really enjoy and you've always wanted to experience yourself. So, you know, I've realized that when I play some of the games that I'm really passionate about, for example, Kingdom Hearts, of course, The Legend of
Yes.
Zelda Majora's Mask, and what else is there? You know, yeah, just just showing everybody that you are very happy with the games that you're streaming and all the activities that you're doing. It just makes other people feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah, basically play games that you love, not what's trending right now. Because if you play a game that all the cool kids are playing, then you won't be as engaged. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather
yeah,
play a game that nobody's playing, a game that I love, that I'm passionate about, and the audience can see that passion. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's just a better product, I think.
yeah, I also think that at this point of the game, another thing that I realize is that you really want to try and you know just make really good content.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm gonna be quite honest, Mo. Anybody, as long as they know the technical side of things, anybody can just hit the go live button and say, "Oh, hey everybody, I'm a Twitch streamer, and I do hope you enjoy my streams." But it's one thing to go live on Twitch or any other live streaming platform, but it's another to actually make content that just makes you stand out.
Facts. Above the
Yeah,
crowd. Even if you gotta shout
exactly.
out loud. So basically, regarding your community that you built from the ground up, what are your thoughts on your Twitch, your whole Twitch community, and even content creator community? Like, do you have any shout outs you would like to give?
Oh man, you know what? I'm just very appreciative for anybody who decides to come into my streams. I'm really just I'm still in the building stages of my community. But there are quite a few people who, just show up and just take the time out of the day to support me.
Nice.
And I always say all the time, you know what? Whether you're chatting or you're lurking, any support that you give to my streams is very much appreciated. And I appreciate every single one of you. So actually, one of my mods, Dill's Games, actually, um, is a frequent mod on my channel, and he does a really good job at what he does. Um,
Incredible.
I think the last time that he's streamed is actually when he streamed Astrobot, and you can imagine how a really cool experience that was. And there are also, let's see here, I would also have to say World of Maya. She actually really helped me kind of get a little bit more into streaming. And yeah, she streams a whole lot of Overwatch, and from time to time she streams Hearthstone. And she's really good at what she does. It has a great passion too.
Amazing.
Um, I also want to give a shout out to another really good friend of mine, Strawburn, S T
Strawburn.
R A W STRAWBYRN, and yeah, she's just really good. She's really sweet and friendly to her community, and you know, I'm just very grateful to have wonderful friends like these people who are in the community, and they just make me feel good and make me feel comfortable with myself.
You could say your friends are your power, right?
Oh yeah, I
Nice.
don't need anything. My friends are my power.
Massive shout
Actually,
out
you know what?
to those friends of yours.
Actually, you know what? I do have a weapon right here.
I like that. I like that. Big fan right there, big time. And yeah, hi to Ozza the A's. Hi, friend, love you. Mwah. Thanks for coming by. Shout out for Ozza, please. So, speaking of friends are my power, now I want to talk about Super Smash Brothers. Let's talk about Super
Oh,
Smash Brothers, shall we?
man,
Because
you really did like a little 180 there, Mo.
oh yeah, I did my research, all my guests, yes. So, Mage. Well, first of all, when it comes to Smash Bros, who are your mains in the Smash Bros games?
Okay, well, I will definitely have to say my two mains are I switch between either Link or Captain Falcon.
Nice.
Show your moves, that
Perfect.
kind of thing.
Perfect.
But yeah. So I just think it's really cool to play those characters in general. Um, actually, I actually was a huge fan of playing as Link in Smash Brothers ever since the N64 version, and you know, I played as Captain Falcon a few times already, but still, I really do main Link all the time. In fact, my very first amiibo was of Link.
Perfect. Well, I have a lot of Zelda questions for you when we get to that point of the show.
Yeah.
So, what would you say was your favorite reveal trailer besides Sora? Your favorite and least favorite Smash Bros. Reveal trailer?
Oh come on, I can't say Sora.
That's so easy.
Oh yeah, of course. Let me see here. Wow. I really don't know who I want to pick. I want to say Wii Fit Trainer just because the whole reveal is a bit quirky, and you see Mario, Link, and Kirby just playing Wii Fit on that trailer. It was pretty cool. But you know what? I'm definitely gonna have to say my favorite Smash reveal trailer is Sephiroth.
Yeah.
How is it possible they brought one of the biggest villains,
the best
in
sword
video
guy
game history, in the best sword guy as well? How is it possible that they're able to bring one of the biggest villains in video game history into
Smash Bros.
what could become what the biggest crossover in gaming history?
Yeah, it's like
That's just
people were
wild to me.
complaining, oh, another sword character. Bitch, he is the sword character. When I think sword, you think Sephiroth. Plain and simple.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a big surprise. People were saying, I don't need Sora anymore when they saw Sephiroth. That trailer is so hype, so epic. If you're an avid children fan, you will love that trailer. Facts.
Oh, you know what? By the way, Mo, what would you say is your favorite costume of Cloud?
I mean, I'm old school and I like the classic OG7 look.
Oh, it's funny that you mentioned that because I actually do favor the Advent Children costume over the OG costume.
Cool. Cool, yeah. Did you mention who your least favorite reveal trailer was? I didn't hear that.
Oh, wow. I'm not entirely sure because I basically enjoy every single trailer equally, to be honest.
Steve for me was not a fan of Steve from
Really?
from Minecraft
Oh, man.
because I'm not a Minecraft fan. Sorry, I know it's like the biggest game of all time, but I'm personally not a Minecraft fan. And the thing is, I woke up like at 8 a.m. for this trailer, and I'm like, oh, it's Steve. Bye. I ended the stream immediately. But I mean, if you are excited, cool. But me, I was like, pretty much.
I mean, I tried a little bit of Minecraft back in the day, but I wasn't too thrilled about it either. But still, I still think it's really cool they had Steve in Smash
Yeah.
Brothers, even though I'm not as psyched about it as everybody else is. I think my least favorite trailer has got to be Ridley. I think
Okay.
it's only because I haven't played through Super Metroid to fully appreciate what it's about. I mean, I'm gonna be quite honest, Mo. The very first Metroid game that I played through is Metroid Other M,
Cool.
and yeah, I can understand how a lot of people didn't really enjoy that game, but these things just happen. And
Completely.
Other M, I still pretty much enjoyed it. But yeah, just I think playing Super Metroid is probably the best way for you to really appreciate Ridley. And being somebody who has never played Super Metroid before, I would have to say Ridley is my least favorite Smash reveal trailer.
It's fine. It's fine. I can see where you're coming from with that. Now, Major Maze, let me ask you this: if you were in charge of Super Smash Bros. And like the next game, you could pick one character to appear in this game, no questions asked. Who would it be and why?
Ezio Auditore.
Perfect.
Do you know who that is?
You said Ezio Auditore, right?
Yes, Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed.
Isn't he a skin or something?
Oh wow!
I
know
think
what?
he's a skin.
No, actually, no. It's Altair from
Gotcha.
the first Assassin's Creed game. But I would say when it comes to Assassin's Creed, you can tell pretty much any Assassin's Creed fan who is the greatest assassin out of all of them that we've seen so far. And I think a lot of people are going to say Ezio Auditore.
Mm-hmm.
He's just goated, Insieme per la vittoria, that kind of thing. Also, he is voiced by the same person who voiced Sonic, so there is that.
Roger Craig Smith.
Yes.
Amazing. Well, he's even cooler in my book now. For me, if I could pick, I would go with Kratos, the God of War, God of War 1, 2, and 3 version of Kratos. I mean, I don't think Nintendo and Sony are on best terms, so I don't know if that'd be impossible. But now that we got Sora in, I would say Kratos, but a more realistic pick would be Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, that would break the internet.
So Crash Bandicoot, was Crash never affiliated with PlayStation?
I mean, when he first came out, he was a mascot for the entirety of PlayStation 1. But Sony, he's now, I mean, multiple companies own him, but OG fans still see Crash as a PlayStation mascot, basically. But he's multi-platform now.
Yeah, as long as he is not tied down by any first-party publisher, that I think it'll be certainly fine. I think, I don't know how many people were excited that Bayonetta made it into Smash Brothers.
A lot,
but,
a lot.
But I think that after she got let go from Sega, Nintendo kind of stepped in and went ahead and took Bayonetta from Platinum Games and figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and put Bayonetta into the game while we're at it. So, what? I am not complaining here.
Amazing. It's just like, my next question is, what was that moment like for you, Mage? I know you're a big Kingdom Hearts fan because I see that sea salt ice cream T-shirt. Loving it. Bing.
2 for
bing.
1. Come and get it.
It's what was that moment like for you when Sora was revealed for Smash Bros? It is for me, it is the greatest gaming moment in my entire life. It was so many words to describe that moment, but how was that moment like for you?
Well, I'm gonna be quite honest. I was actually attending my day job when I got the news that Sora was in Smash Brothers, so I wasn't able to stop and watch the entire trailer. But I I was looking at my phone, and I was checking Twitter, and of course there's gonna be like several people who are tweeting about it. And I read the headline, and it says Sora has been revealed in Smash Brothers, and my first reaction was a very muffled but blown away. Like, yeah, it's just so weird. But you know what? I was just stunned, to be honest, because since Sora is affiliated with Disney in a way, then I figured maybe Nintendo and Disney don't really get together like this, but. I'm pretty sure that they were able to work out some kinks.
Yeah.
And, I'm still very happy that they were able to do what they did. I mean, it's still really cool that, in the Smash reveal trailer, that they still pretty much acknowledged Disney because of the keychain at the very end of that Keyblade. That was just a very nice touch.
It was. It's like seeing Mario and Sora shake hands. I don't think people understand how big of a moment that is, because Mario 64 inspired the first Kingdom Hearts game. So we've come full circle. It's just like, I genuinely did not think it was going to be him. Because I figured after Sephiroth, yeah, that's the last one from Square Enix. And it's like, I was defending Sora on Twitter for years, saying like, no, Sora can't get in. But eventually, when people tell you over and over, it's never happening, eventually you start to believe it. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was going to be maybe a Dark Souls character with a fire and stuff. But when Mario stepped off that platform and we saw that dust, that was Kingdom Hearts dust. Any Kingdom Hearts fan recognizes that Kingdom Hearts dust. And I was like, no way. And if you want to see my reaction, it's on YouTube. It is the loudest I've ever screamed in my entire life. That was, my vocal cords were destroyed for weeks after that. But yeah, that's actually my
Oh,
my
man.
my next question is why do you think it was so hard for people to accept the fact that it's possible for Sora to get into Smash Bros?
Oh, well, to basically reiterate what I already said, Mo, I think, it's kind of weird to have like a third party publishers and all these other external all these external franchises kind of make it into Smash Brothers. I mean, I still remember when Nintendo put out some sort of a fan driven poll where
Yeah.
basically people can write out exactly who they want to see in Smash Brothers. And on social media, I've always been seeing, oh, we want to see Goku in Smash Brothers, but quite honest, Goku is from an
And
anime.
Shrek.
Technically, oh, Shrek. Are
Yeah,
you freaking? Are
they
you
they
freaking kidding
revealed
me?
that the top two characters that was the most requested was Goku and Shrek. But that
Oh
was a
man.
lie because Sora was the number one.
Oh man, that is crazy.
It's the internet,
But
because why not?
yeah, you know, yeah, I'm gonna be quite honest. I think when it comes to Smash Brothers, I'm pretty sure that Nintendo just really just wants to stick with games and games in general. So yeah, I really don't see Goku or Shrek being in
Yeah,
Smash Brothers
yeah,
anytime soon.
yeah. That's a fact. I will 100% agree with you on that. But speaking of Sora, now I want to talk about Kingdom Hearts. Let's
I
talk
have been
about
waiting.
Kingdom Hearts, shall we?
I have been waiting so long for this moment, Mo.
Your whole life for this moment. You love
Yeah.
to see it. So tell me how you discovered Kingdom Hearts and your first thought when you saw the trailer for Kingdom Hearts for the very first time.
Oh man. So, you know, I don't remember exactly my reaction when I first saw it. Uh, I don't know if it was from a trailer but I actually do remember one of my friends on one given Sunday. He was actually playing Kingdom Hearts on his PS2. He actually brought it over to a friend's house,
Nice.
and I was actually seeing a whole lot of gameplay of Olympus Coliseum, and man, who is this kid who owns a really cool sword, and why is Donald and Goofy there with him? And like, I had so many questions on what this phenomenon was. I could say phenomenon, but I was only like I think 8 years old when I discovered about Kingdom Hearts, and I just really enjoyed it overall, the experience. And I think when it came to my dad getting a PlayStation 2 for my birthday one year, I was just very excited knowing that I was able to finally experience Kingdom Hearts for myself.
Okay. Now, do you necessarily have a favorite and least favorite Kingdom Hearts game?
Okay, well, I'm definitely gonna have to say that my very, I mean, Mo, I do understand that you come from, being really happy about the end result of Kingdom Hearts 3,
Yes.
and yeah, you know what, I totally respect that. But actually, my all-time favorite Kingdom Hearts game is Kingdom Hearts 2, and the reason why I
Nice.
say that is because, you know, Kingdom Hearts 1 was really cool for what it was, but I think when I think Kingdom Hearts 1 was released back in 2001, wasn't it?
Two.
So, 2002.
Yeah.
So 3 years later, when they released Kingdom Hearts 2, I figured, you know what? They added and improved so many really good things that we've come to love about Kingdom Hearts 1. So for one thing, they added a few more commands to the command menu,
Mm-hmm.
so that way you don't have to worry about magic and summons being in the same sub menu. And I also really did like how they're able to map um, the camera control from the shoulder buttons to the right control stick, so it gives a whole lot more control for the player. And yeah, there's also all these really cool abilities that Sora can do, and I personally am a big fan of that one finisher where basically Sora just swings his Keyblade in circles, and
Yeah.
he just finishes off the opponent with that one final swipe
Bam.
like that.
Yeah.
I actually do remember back when I used to fight the Green Reaper boss all the time, and I would try the best I can to end that boss fight with that very particular circle swinging finish.
Amazing.
And yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I can't exactly say what my least favorite Kingdom Hearts game is, but I'm not entirely sure because I haven't played through Kingdom Hearts Recoded. I only watched the cutscenes, and you know, I really don't want to say that Kingdom Hearts Recoded is my least favorite, but maybe one of these days I'll have a very good idea as to whether I like it or not. Um, yeah, I can't really
For
say
me,
for
it's
sure.
a chain of memories. Not a fan.
Really?
I give them props for trying something new with the combat, but I honestly got try my best to learn it, get into it. I don't like that combat at all. So, put down your pitchforks, you Chain of Memories fans. But I tried it. I for like a whole hour. I genuinely tried to get into the game, but there was no luck. The story's good. I'll give them that.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
gameplay, nah, not a fan.
Yeah, I played quite a few card battle games before, mainly on my phone, and I wasn't a big fan of those. I don't know what it was
Yeah.
about. I don't know what it was about Chain of Memories that really stuck with me. But I think it's because just taking your time to learn all these different slates and the card combinations to, yeah, kind of give yourself the competitive edge. Actually, when I streamed my entire playthrough of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for PC, Princess Kyora actually came into the chat and she was like, "Oh, hey Mage, you want to see a really cool trick?" And she told me about that really cool sleight. I think it's called Lethal something. It's basically just stops everything and just Sora can just like let out a flurry of attacks onto the opponent, and that was just a game changer for me from that point. After Kai told me
We
about it,
love Princess Kai. Can we get a shout out for Princess Kai, or please? We love her. She is the best. But
she is the MVP.
yeah, we had her. We had her here on the show as well. But what was the wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 like for you, Mage? For me, it was
Oh,
absolute torture. That 13-year wait. Yes, I said 13 years. Bite me. But like, yeah, the 13-year wait for Kingdom Hearts 3. What was that like for you?
oh man, I'm not entirely sure what the thought process was going on over the next 10 years or so, but I think it all started when I saw like this GameStop listing where the cover art was like, oh, it's for a Kingdom Hearts game for PS3, and it's basically called Kingdom Hearts 3: The Keyblade Wars. And I felt like, that sounds like a really cool subtitle for Kingdom Hearts 3, and you know in a way, the Kingdom Hearts 3 that we have now kind of alludes to that subtitle that they had on GameStop back in the day. But of course, we never got Kingdom Hearts 3 for PlayStation 3. And, I just keep on waiting and waiting. And, when it came to the 10th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts and Dream Drop Distance actually got released,
Yeah.
that's a really cool milestone that we can celebrate. We can celebrate by playing Dream Drop Distance on 3DS. But where's Kingdom Hearts 3? Like, fans have been waiting for this game for years, and you don't have anything. You don't have anything special to reveal when it comes to that game in particular. That's kind of my mindset.
It was when they finally revealed Kingdom Hearts 3 in 2013. That's my second favorite gaming moment of my life because they actually acknowledged it. At that point, Kingdom Hearts 3 was a dream. Drop distance. It was a memory. It was a chain of memory. It was a legend basically. And like the fact that they actually acknowledged it, I was in this room filming my reaction, rolling on the floor. I go back and rewatch that trailer all the time, seeing everyone crying and screaming when they acknowledge Kingdom Hearts 3. And it is the same with Kingdom Hearts 4, but it's just that moment for me was incredible. Now, speaking of 3, my next question is just when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, it split the community in half. Some people
Yeah.
liked it, some people loved it,
Hmm.
some people hated it. So, where did you fall in line, and why do you think the fan base was so divided on vanilla Kingdom Hearts 3?
Vanilla Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the thing I mean, personally, I very much enjoyed it more than I hated it.
Hmm.
So when I streamed Kingdom Hearts 3, I figured, you know what, there's a whole lot of stuff they could have improved on this game, not just when it comes to the plot, and as well as how how the story progresses, but I think where I could start is that there's like a whole lot of frame rate issues. Like the main gameplay, with Sora, Donald, and Goofy just doing their thing of like fighting off the Heartless, the Unversed, and the Nobodies. Everything is working just fine. But when you see maybe like, for example, Flynn Rider like rolling on a barrel around around the king around the forest, yeah, you just see like a huge dip in frame rate. And I don't know if it's because of my PC, but I was just I was a little bit put off by seeing those things. Also, yeah, there's also that huge fight near the end of the game where you see all the Heartless just surrounding you, and yeah, it kind of further proves my point. They should have done a whole lot better to refine this game when it comes to presentation, instead of just like seeing like all these. I guess you could call them like a copy and paste function, where you know the Heartless is just doing the same thing over and over again, but you still distinguish that yeah, the frame rate is just the presentation is just not there. And
Okay.
I think I think another place where they could have improved is that you know I I'm happy that they were able to incorporate all this stuff. Like, they changed summons to links, and Wreck-It Ralph is in the game,
Yeah.
and Ariel has been changed from a party member to a summon, so that's pretty cool. I'm not complaining about that.
Love it.
But yeah, I think when it came to the attractions, yeah, and
Yeah.
maybe a few other things, I'm more than happy with the team attacks actually that they
Yeah.
incorporated. But the attractions, I feel like what, that's kind of too much. And at the same time, I think they basically just slammed it into the game or crammed it into the game without giving any particular explanation as to why it's there.
It was now for me. I loved it. Like to popping in Kingdom Hearts 3 for the first time. I mean, hell, just holding the disc, the case in my hand. I'm like, I
Yeah.
waited 13 years for this moment. I don't know how I feel right now, but I popped in the disc into my PS4, which, by the way, I bought the Kingdom Hearts 3 PS4 Pro. I did.
Oh,
I have
nice.
the Kingdom Hearts 3 PS4 controller and everything. But like I popped in the disc and I see the logo on my screen, the Kingdom Hearts 3 logo on my screen, and for
Yeah.
about 10 minutes I was just crying, bro. I was just like,
Really?
I'm actually looking at Kingdom Hearts 3 on my TV screen. Cause like that kid that played Kingdom Hearts 2 back in 2006, I'm like, the moment is now finally here. Holy
Yeah.
shit, is that Princess Kyora in the chat? Oh
Huh?
my god, we summoned her! Hi,
Oh my
Princess
God, this
Kyora!
guy!
We were just talking about you.
Oh my god.
Mage here was just saying how much he loves you and how much we all love you. Hi, Kyora.
Yeah,
Hope you're doing well.
Oh man, Kayori, I hope you're doing very well and taking good care of yourself.
You should. The last season we ended with her. We saved the best for last, and now it's Princess Kyora. Facts. Yeah, thanks for coming by, friend. But yeah, so I played through all of Kingdom Hearts 3 and I loved it, but I had a
Yeah.
lot of complaints. A lot.
Really?
But when Remind came out, I kid you not, it fixed every single complaint. So
Oh.
Remind, Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind is my favorite game in the entire series. It was just that
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yeah, we
So-
got dual wielding keyblades, a better ending, better
yeah.
graphics. Everything was just better in every single way.
Gonna have to say, I'm gonna be quite honest. I wasn't able to get through all the Remind DLC, but I just think that it's really cool that Remind was able to add a little bit more context to the story, as opposed to what we initially saw. So, yeah, being able to um, kind of have a better understanding as to what happened near the end game, that was really cool to see.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be quite honest. I did not get through the second part of DLC because I honestly thought that when it came to the Rewind DLC, I thought it was gonna be like just one chapter. But after you finish the first chapter, there was a second episode
Yep.
that you unlock, and yeah, that's where all the data battles
Yep.
are present, and I couldn't get through any of them, and I was just devastated. I think I'm gonna have to go back to Kingdom Hearts 3 and actually do a little bit more grinding so I can actually get through some of those.
I believe in you. I believe in you. I did it on crit, and so can you. I believe in you.
Crit, Mo, are you insane?
It took a while.
On
I mean,
crit?
I'm no Lance the Master. I'm just saying, but it took me days, sometimes weeks, to do the data battles, and then I fought Yozora, which took another while, a few years actually, but I eventually defeated him. But if I can do it, so can you. Thanks.
Oh, thank you, Mo. I really do appreciate the support.
Yeah, let's give a shout out for Lance the Master, please. So, moving away from that, do you have, what is your favorite moment in all of Kingdom Hearts? From 1 all the way to Melody of Memory.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta be quite honest. I did not play through Melody of Memory, but that is definitely on my to-do list. But yeah, I really do like rhythm games. I think one of my all-time favorite moments is, in Hollow Bastion, when Sora is about to seal the final keyhole, and Yuffie, Leon, and Aerith are just gathering around, and basically want to see what was made of Hollow Bastion. And a lot of people say that one of their favorite quotes are, "My friends are my power." But I think the one that really stuck with me is when Leon says, "We may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other." And then Aerith follows that up with, "No matter where we go, our hearts will bring us together again." And I think that applies to pretty much anybody who, maybe we miss them, maybe they live so far, far away that, we will see them again.
That is a pretty spot on Aerith impression. I'm just saying, that was pretty good.
It's not my best, but I just like doing voice imitations.
Yeah, what that quote basically is sums up Reconnect in a nutshell, pretty much.
Yeah.
All the way. For me, it has to be when, spoiler alert, when Roxas showed up in Kingdom Hearts 3. The way the music was playing in the reveal. That moment, man. I really wish, because when I played Kingdom Hearts 3 for the first time, I was not live. I didn't start streaming until after I finished the game. I'm like, because that whole section of the game was just screaming. First, Axel's badass scene, Terra coming back, Roxas coming back. That just had me going nuts. But yeah, Roxas coming back in 3, peak, fucking peak.
Yeah.
Yes.
Peak Kingdom Hearts. You should have seen my reaction. Like when I saw that Roxas actually came back from the past and stuff, I was like,
we all were like that. So, Mage Amaze, let me ask you this. When the fuck is Kingdom Hearts 4 coming out?
Oh, I'm pretty sure that Square Enix will cross that bridge when they come to it.
When is Missing Link coming out?
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take a wild guess that maybe they're gonna release Missing Link before Kingdom Hearts 4. And yeah, it's just I think it's just Square's way of kind of like prolonging this whole wait. They released a whole bunch of games between 2 and 3, as you already know.
Yeah.
So they released let's see, Birth by Sleep. They also released Street Drop Distance. They released, of course, Union Cross and Dark Road, which by the way, Dark Road I have not played, unfortunately. And yeah, I think it's all the just kind of making sure that everything comes together. So I think that they're going to do something really big with Kingdom Hearts 4, and I think Missing Link is just going to add some context to it.
Oh yeah, and that's why we're all excited for it. And hi, Retro Jenny. Can we get a shout out for Retro Jenny, please? Hi, friend. Thanks for coming by. Love you. But yeah, it's that's I'm not looking forward to playing the game on my phone necessarily, but I'm excited to see how Missing Link will connect to Kingdom Hearts 4. That's why I'm excited. But speaking of Kingdom Hearts 4, what world would you like to see in Kingdom Hearts 4?
I think at the very front of my mind, I would love to see a Wreck-It Ralph world. Like, it's just really cool that I just think it was really cool that when it came to the Toy Story world in KH3, we were treated to not just toys and the like, giant toy store, but we also see like this really cool video game section where they basically made references to the city of Final Fantasy. So they also made that really cool. I don't know if it's going to if Verum Rex is going to be like some sort of Square Enix spinoff, but I think that would be a nice way to kind of keep that geek culture going, and just to see a Wreck-It Ralph world that kind of caters to all the people who just love gaming in general. Oh man, wouldn't it be cool if you could actually race on Sugar Rush alongside Vanellope? Like
Yeah.
that would be so cool. That would be one of those mini games that Square can incorporate here and there.
Honestly, I think we're long overdue for a Kingdom Hearts racing game. Right, chat? Kingdom Carts. Kingdom Carts. Square, hire me. Just saying. That would be...
Oh man.
Hell, even a Kingdom Hearts fighting game. I would love that. Kingdom Smash or something. I would love it.
It's actually funny. Sorry, go ahead, Mo.
Well, like, basically how there's a Final Fantasy Dissidia game, fighting game. Give us a Kingdom Hearts fighting game, Square, please. I would love that.
Oh man. How do I say this? I kind of lost my train of thought after
Smash
you got
Hearts.
so excited. But actually, I remember now. When I stream, sometimes I like to stream Disney Speedstorm, and I actually did a collab with one of the stream teams that I'm on, and I think some of the people in chat basically said, "Oh, is it possible that we could see Kingdom Hearts characters in Disney Speedstorm?" I mean, there is a possibility, but I'm pretty sure that Disney will have to like pull some strings in order to make that happen. And just in case we never get a Kingdom Hearts racing game, we should hopefully we'll be able to see Kingdom Hearts in Disney Speedstorm. So Disney Speedstorm, they have Kermit and Miss Piggy in the game. They also have Figment from Epcot in the game. I am surprised they have Figment in the game. And yeah, basically all this to say, you know what? I'm pretty sure that there are a whole lot of other series that Disney could pull characters from. So why not Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, I'm down. I play that also with Backstory Ben all the time. And that game is a lot of fun. So shout out for Backstory Ben, please. It's a really fun game, okay? Speedstorm. But
Yeah.
speaking of Final Fantasy, now I want to talk about Final Fantasy. So let's start talking about Final Fantasy now, please, okay? So basically, what Final Fantasy character that hasn't appeared yet in Kingdom Hearts would you like to see appear?
Oh, that's a tough one. I gotta be quite honest because I have not seen that many. Actually, I have not played that much Final Fantasy, to be honest. But I have seen a little bit of gameplay of Final Fantasy IV, and I actually do remember this one streamer who was actually streaming the 3D remake of Final Fantasy IV. And I'm gonna have to say, I forgot what his name is, but I think his name is Cecil. There it is, Cecil.
Cecil, okay. Cecil.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I don't think he appeared. He appears in Kingdom Hearts, so yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
yeah, so this actually stems from when I used to play Dissidia Final Fantasy when I used to have a PSP. So there's this really cool mechanic in Dissidia where basically all his ground attacks are in his dark form, and all his aerial attacks are in his light form. So I figured, you know what, there has to be a reason why Cecil switches between his light form and his dark form all the time. And I think that whole idea of like the constant struggle between light and darkness could very well fit into Kingdom Hearts 4.
That's beyond perfect. Yeah, I want to see like Noctis and the crew show up in Kingdom Hearts. Noctis and Prompto himself, because Noctis is the same voice actor as Master of Masters. So that would be
He
that would be
is.
a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. Yes. And
Oh man.
so you played when it comes to the Final Fantasy VII remake trilogy. You played Rebirth?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
My family actually does have a PS5, but I think I'm just gonna wait for when Rebirth actually releases on PC before I
Okay.
stream it. And
Good.
you know,
You haven't seen any spoilers, right?
none of the major spoilers.
Good, because oh boy, you are in for a treat. When you stream that game, my friend, I will be there day one to see your reaction because that game, that's all I'm gonna say. But like, how was your experience playing 7 Remake?
Okay, well, Seven Remake, I will have to say it was pretty cool. Um, I think in some cases, I there were some reasons where I actually did enjoy a remake over the OG,
Mm-hmm.
and just like I mentioned before, I actually grew up playing N64 and not the PlayStation. So yeah, I wasn't able to fully experience Final Fantasy VII OG. Uh, so when it came to remake, I figured, you know what, there's a whole lot of stuff that I really enjoyed about it. So for one thing, we basically get to roam around the gameplay area. For one thing, instead of just having to like do like some sort of turn-based thing that like you do in the OG, and yeah, I also do think that it's really cool that you can crank out as many spells and abilities as possible based on the ATB gauge that you had.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it's been just a little bit more refined as compared to OG. And yeah, overall, I just think that I basically grew up as a modern gamer as opposed to. I think I've just gotten so tailored to modern gaming that I really enjoyed Seven Remake for what it was. The voice acting was really cool.
Really
Of
good.
course, the graphics have been highly improved over the OG and other games that kind of pay homage to Final Fantasy VII in the past. And yeah, overall, I pretty much enjoyed it.
What was
I
your
also,
reaction when Zack came up?
oh, in Seven Remake.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm not entirely sure what to make of it, but I figured that it was gonna happen sooner or later because I am aware that actually, it wasn't until the past few years that I realized that Crisis Core actually revolves around Zack.
Yeah.
And yeah, since I saw that whole subtitle above Final Fantasy VII, I kind of basically put two and two together. I figured, you know what, I'm pretty sure that the Crisis Core revolves around Zack, and this has to tie in with the OG Final Fantasy VII somehow. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I I
I
asked that
figured
because what was your reaction when you found out that the legendary, the man, the myth, the legend, the immortal Caleb was on the show? What was your reaction?
Oh man, Mo, I'm just very proud of you that you're able to get him onto your show. I yeah, honestly, I wasn't able to watch the entirety of your episode with Caleb Pierce, but I am very happy that he took the time out of your day to out of his day to
Yeah,
spend with you. Like I can watch the whole episode on YouTube, can I?
yeah. It's on there right now. And had I known that you're a fan of the character too, I would have had him say hi to you as well in the Caleb voice, in the Zack voice.
Are you talking about the Red Gomez voice or the Caleb Pierce voice?
On the Caleb voice, saying hi to
Ah,
you
okay.
in the Zack voice, pretty much. But it's just, yeah, it was a blessing to have him on the show. He was the first, and definitely not the last voice actor from remake trilogy on the show. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Okay.
But like what do you think the third game will be called in the trilogy? We have remake, rebirth, and what do you think it'll be called?
Wow. You know what? I gonna go ahead and say Revelation because
Revelation.
yeah, I think it's just really, I mean, it could be Revelation. I could be wrong, but
I like that.
I think when it comes to Revelation, it has to do with like end times. Like everything all basically just coming together, and there's all this really big stuff happening. Especially since I do remember when I played Seven OG, that's you know I think what's it called, the black materia,
Mm-hmm.
it just kind of sets everything into motion, and we see like this big monster coming out from the earth, and there's like the northern cavern that you have to go to in order to basically resolve everything. And I think revelation or resurrection could be a nice way to kind of make
Nice.
everything come together, like all the big all the big characters that you see at the end of OG are all coming together for like this one final
Yeah.
clash to basically resolve everything.
For me, my prediction is Return. Final Fantasy 7 Return.
Return.
It just, I don't know, it just like feels good to me. Remake, rebirth, return. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just feels awesome. Short and to the point. I like it.
Yeah.
So, moving away from Final Fantasy questions, now I want to talk about Zelda. The Legend
Well,
of Zelda.
actually, Mo, you know what? I
Yeah.
want to try something.
Yeah.
Since you kind of wanted to do the Caleb Pierce voice, let me see if I can try something. Um, let's see here. Gagaga. That's such a backwater name. All I know is that there's a Mako reactor there, and everybody knows that when there's a Mako reactor in the Mako reactor in Gagaga, nothing else out there.
Yay! There's nothing else out there.
I tried.
Yeah, for a second I thought it was Everyone's Left Behind. No, that's the wrong game. But yeah, so believe it or not, Mage, we're already past 1 hour. Time went by so fast. So I'll one or two more questions, then we'll get to, and then we'll wrap this up. But yeah.
Okay.
So how'd you enjoy like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom?
Oh, well, Tears of the Kingdom, I'm actually in the process of playing that game.
It's so good.
So, I'm pretty sure it is. Breath of the Wild, I actually want to, I actually really did enjoy it. But I'm going to be quite honest, there's a whole lot to a process in that game. I mean, I could try and go back and collect all the Korok seeds, but, I think it's going to be like so much for me to handle. But I think it would be really cool if I revisited Breath of the Wild at some point. So, yeah. I don't know if maybe I want to replay it with motion controls or something like that. But it's just really cool that basically my favorite part about Breath of the Wild is that they actually added full-on voice acting, and like hearing Zelda's beautiful voice
So good.
for the first time, and of hearing all the champions as well. That's a pretty nice touch as well.
It's Tears of the Kingdom is so good, bro, that I can never play Breath of the Wild again. Breath of the Wild to me
Really?
feels like a tech demo because Tears is such an upgrade. I had so many issues with Breath, but I like with Remind, Tears fixes every single issue I had with Breath, and now it's like my favorite Zelda game ever. It's that good.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that it is. I'm gonna be quite honest. I have seen quite a lot of gameplay of Tears of the Kingdom already, but I'm just gonna take it for what it is, and just enjoy the ride regardless. I mean, how do I word this? It's one thing to actually know what happens in the game,
Yeah.
but it's another to actually experience it for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
From point A to point B.
That
That was basically my thought process when it came to Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy X.
amazing games, and I just can't wait to see. Do you want the next mainline Zelda game to like be open world, or go back to traditional things like Ocarina and Wind Waker and Twilight Princess?
Well, I'm probably gonna have to go with the community on this and say, you know what, we should probably get back to traditional Zelda.
Yes,
Because
yes.
I think a lot of
Yes.
people were just a little bit overwhelmed by open world Zelda. Just being maybe just a bit too much.
I love it, but yeah, it's like after 2 games, like go back to your roots, Zelda. Give me a classic Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess experience. That's what I want next.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And bring Wind Waker and Twilight Princess to the Switch, please, God. What are they
Not
thinking?
gonna happen on Switch.
Oh, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, right? Love that.
I mean,
So for my
we
go on.
can still keep the faith, Mo.
Yeah.
I just figured, at this stage of the game, they'll have to like really surprise us. They're going to bring Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on Switch.
Now that would be a big scream from me. Now my last question is in terms of reconnect. Will you grace us with your presence at Reconnect in 2025?
That would certainly be a dream come true, Mo. Like I have seen quite a lot of our friends go over to Reconnect. I've watched the Million Dreams Awards. I wasn't able to see entirely what the games over there were like. I've seen some of our friends participate in all these panels. I just felt like, you know what? That's something that I really want to try and do. Like as of right now, I'm really focusing on school, but I think hopefully in July I'll be able to kind of just get all my stuff together, and I could actually make it to Reconnect. Again, that would certainly be a dream come true.
I would.
Seeing all of our fellow content creators over there, it would be awesome.
Can someone link the Reconnect website, please? But yes, if you do it, I'm going, bro. Big hugs for you when I see you. Big hugs. So yeah, now we're gonna wrap it up now with the fan favorite section of the show called Top 10 Questions on Motown Downtown.
Top 10 questions. You got the questions. Top 10 questions. I got the answers. Top 10. Top 10. Top 10 questions. Better get your answers ready.
Where I will ask my guests 10 questions courtesy of Inside the Actors Studio. So, Mage, are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be, Mo.
My first question is, what is your favorite word?
I don't know. Home skillet.
What is your least favorite word?
Oh wow. Moist.
Everybody says that. Every single person that's been on the show has said that pretty much. I need to start saying besides moist. Everyone says moist.
I guess you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and maybe if not moist, I'm gonna say derp.
Derp.
Because I
Gotcha.
hear derp quite a lot.
What makes you happy?
Oh man. The company of my friends and family.
What makes you upset?
Knowing that I can't attend to everybody's needs.
What sound or noise do you love?
Oh wow. The sound that I think that generic flute song that goes. That one.
Perfect. What sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, sparks. Particularly when it comes to all these shows that put on like a whole lot of pyrotechnics and stuff. I just can't deal with sparks and pyrotechnics.
Gotcha. Mage Amazed, what is your favorite curse word?
I don't have a favorite curse word. I'm not that kind of guy.
We'll go with like darn then. How about that?
Sure.
We'll go with that. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Profession?
Yep.
Oh wow. Well, I'm not entirely sure. I think at some point I would love to get into I guess what it's called doing like the live cameraman thing when it comes to those events.
Okay.
Yeah, like when it comes to concerts and events, fashion shows, like that would be a real dream come true.
Nice. What profession would you not like to attempt?
This is a very random one. Underwater basket weaving. Like I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm probably working in a nuclear plant. Like that would be a whole lot of pressure for me.
The underwater thing I never even heard of, so that's a first for a Motown.
It's actually from a fan-made Final Fantasy cartoon called Final Fantasy Guild Quest.
Okay, cool. Yeah, gotcha. Last question: if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
If if heaven exists and God was at the pearly gates, I would like for him to say, I love you.
One more round of applause for our amazing guest, Mage Amazed. This was fun, man. This was fun. The fact that an entire hour went by, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was like 30 minutes, a whole hour went by. You were one incredible guest, man, so thank you very much. So, but before we go and raid our friend, how about some departing words for the audience?
Okay. Well, you know what? First off and foremost, Mo, thank you so much again for having me
You're
on
welcome.
your show. It was a real pleasure. And, you know, everybody can follow me on my socials. Basically everything except Facebook. So be sure to keep up with me with what I'm doing while I'm off stream. And, you know, this is something I have been hinting at in a few communities as well as on my streams. But I got to go ahead and say this. Everybody, January 2025, I'm bringing back video game reviews.
Whoa, hoo, hoo, hoo. Motown Downtown exclusive. One more shout out for Mage and Maze, please. We're gonna go raid Xander. He's live right now, I think, playing Xeno Chronicles. I've never raided him before, so let's do this.
Yeah, Xander is wonderful company. He's in a whole lot of really cool streams and
we love him.
communities.
Let's see, and yup, that works fine. What is the raid message going to be, Mage?
Oh wow. Coming in from downtown into your town.
Okay, I like that. Coming in from downtown
from downtown to your town.
Coming in from downtown to your town. Perfect. So yeah, thank you again, mate, for coming out. Really appreciate you. We will be back next Friday with more Motown, and I'll be back next Tuesday for some Persona 4 Golden, the final episode. So stay tuned for that. Thank you again, Mage. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. We love you to death, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.